Hi everybody, it's Chris and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share and rank my favourite cover songs. Now, in a lot of cases, I think these are better than the originals, and in some cases, I didn't realise for a very long time, in fact in a couple of cases until recently, that they were actually cover versions at all. So let me know what you think in the comments below about my order or about ones I've missed and so on. So at number 40, I Think We're Alone Now by the Rubanoos. I can't remember who did this. Was it Tommy James possibly? I know that Tiffany did a version of this and Lena Lovitch, but I think that's a great version. I Think We're Alone Now from '77, the Rubanoos. I Fought the Law by The Clash, originally by the Crickets and the Bobby Fuller Trio, but I think that's a great version. This is a splendid version of Al Green's song, Take Me to the River. This is Talking Heads from '77 on a nice little double single. But that's a good version. And I think Rudy Clark, he certainly wrote it. I think he did the original of this, but Got My Mind Set on You by George Harrison. At number 36, the Tramps song, Hold Back the Night, a year later was redone by Graham Parker. And The Rumour on the Pink Parker EP, which is a great version. At number 35, My Way by Sid Vicious. And I think it's probably the only time that song has genuinely been done, My Way. At number 34, I didn't realise this wasn't the original. It was covered by Top Loader in the 90s, possibly, maybe later. But it's King Harvest and Dancing in the Moonlight. Now, I don't know who did the original of this. This is actually a cover, but a really good song. This is from 1973 on Pye Records. Donna Summer, MacArthur Park, disco version of that song. And then at 32, I didn't realise that this wasn't a cover for a very long time, but it is I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett, originally done by the Arrows, who did a song called Touch Too Much, kind of a glammy thing, but two of their players, Jake Hooker and Alan Merrill, wrote that song. I think it was a B-side for them possibly, but you know, how they missed out. At 31, Walk On by the Stranglers. Now, nearly went with their version of the Kinks song, All Day and All of the Night, but I think that just edges it. I think it's a great version. On the album and on the single, it's about 6 minutes or so. On this particular single, it's 4.5 minutes. This is a promo version of it. So, Walk On By. Is that Dionne Warwick? Number 30, Nothing Compares to You, Prince song, made famous, of course, by the sadly departed Sinead O'Connor. At number 29, Do You Wanna Dance by the Ramones, just fits so brilliantly into their kind of song. They did a great version of that. I didn't realise until recently this was a cover, Real Wild Child by Iggy Pop. And I didn't realise till recently that Fats Domino, Blueberry Hill was in fact a cover also. Great song. At number 26, Take Me in Your Arms, Rock Me a Little While. Kim Weston did the original, I think, of this on Motown, but this is the Doobie Brothers, and a really splendid version it is too. At number 25, for many years I didn't realise that this was written and originally recorded by Bruce Springsteen. So Man from Man's Earth Band, Blinded by the Light, much better version in my opinion. For years I didn't realise this was a cover version. This I think is a Jackie DeShannon song, but Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes. Great stuff from 81. At 23, came from an album of covers, and this is the best song on that album, I think. It's David Bowie and Sorrow. At number 22, didn't realise for many years this was a cover. I think it's a kind of quite a traditional old song, but House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. At number 21, the Van Morrison song, but done by, this time by Dexys Midnight Runners, and Jackie Wilson said, I'm in heaven when you smile. Fantastic stuff. At number 20, Hush by Deep Purple, Joe South song. Kula Shaker did a good version of that as well, which is actually quite close to the Deep Purple version, but that was the breakthrough hit for them in America back in '68. At number 19, the Bob Dylan song, Mr. Tambourine Man, but made famous by the Byrds. At number 18, another Kinks song, and this is David Watts, which again I didn't realise for many years was in fact a Kinks song, but a brilliant version of it. The Kinks were covered hugely, and in fact the next song is also a Kinks song, and I think a better version of the original. This is Kirsty MacColl and Days. Fantastic stuff. Produced by her husband, Steve Lillywhite, That was back in 1988, 9. At number 16, I remember loving this song when I was a kid and didn't realise it was a cover for many years. It's a Joni Mitchell song, and it's Nazareth, This Flight Tonight. Rocked up, but it's a great, great version, much better than the original for me. The original of this wasn't particularly famous at all, but this is one of the definitive soul singles, Respect, Aretha Franklin. She made that one famous. It just was so much more fitting to be sung by a woman, but fantastic single. At number 14, Gloria Jones did the original. I think it was a Northern Soul song, wasn't it? A Northern Soul classic, but Soft Cell made it famous. Tainted Love, brilliant stuff. Backed with Where Did Our Love Go? Obviously another cover. At number 13, Without You by Nilsson, originally written and recorded by Badfinger. Great song. And then that, you know, if you think the vocal on that is emotional, wait for this next one. At number 12, Roberta Flack, The First Time I Saw Your Face. Absolutely incredible song. For many years, I had no idea that this was a cover. Hanging on the Telephone by Blondie, originally recorded by the Nerves, was it, I think, a year or so before, but a brilliant song by her, or them. And we're in the top 10. At number 10, the John Fogerty song, Rocking All Over the World, made famous, of course, by Status Quo, the song that opened Live Aid back in 85. At number 9, Because the Night by Patti Smith, Bruce Springsteen song, hugely better than the original, marvellous version of it. At number 8, a nostalgic pick for me, this is a Bob Seger song. In fact, it's announced as a Bob Seger song. It's a live version of Rosalie, Cowgirl's song. Brilliant single from Thin Lizzy, backed with Me and the Boys Are Wondering How You and the Girls Are Getting Home From Here Tonight. But Rosalie, always love that. At number 7, this is a Russ Ballard penned song, and it's New York Groove. Now, who did the original of that? Was that the Arrows again? Oh, can't remember. But New York Groove, fantastic cover version. This is from when they all brought out solo albums, didn't they? And you got a free mask, and it was on. This one was on blue vinyl, and so on. But you know, Ace Frehley's was certainly the best single of the bunch. But that's a great cover song, New York Groove. Ace Frehley from Kiss. At number 6, Black Betty by Ram Jam. So this was a kind of an American Afro kind of song of some description. Who did it? Something Ledbetter, wasn't it? Anyway, Black Betty by Ram Jam. The edited version, the album version, is really good. It has a brilliant bit in the middle where it speeds up and there's a nice bit of guitar, but great version. At number 6, absolute classic. Didn't realise for years that this wasn't an original. But this is Summer Breeze by the Isley Brothers. Wonderful guitar from... is it Ron Isley? Anyway, I can't remember. But fantastic. But this was Seals and Croft originally, and it's nowhere near as good. This is a brilliant version. At number 4, gone with quite a nostalgic pick. This was a single that came out in 76, but was recorded in the late 60s. The reason it came out in 76 is because a guy from the band had just died, or previously died, so this was kind of a homage to that person. But it's free, and it's The Hunter. So I think it came out just after Paul Kossoff, the guitarist, died. But this is a song by Albert King from the album Born Under a Bad Sign, which is a good version, but this is just amazing. It's from their album Tons of Sobs, which I think is their first album. So we're in the top 3. Again, a nostalgic pick coming up, and they did a couple of cover versions, and I nearly chose Black Magic Woman, but I've gone with She's Not There by Santana. The single version is good, the album version is even better. This is obviously the Zombies song, and a brilliant version of that. And we're in the top 2. So what have I mentioned so far of brilliant cover songs? Well, at number 2, you've got to have the definitive version of All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix, the Bob Dylan song, made famous by Jimi Hendrix. And I think Bob Dylan admitted that this was a much better version, and it's just amazing, fantastic. So what's number 1? What would be your favourite cover song? Mine is a Leonard Cohen song, and it was recorded by Jeff Buckley, and it's Hallelujah. And the emotion in his voice in this song is just incredible. It's nearly 7 minutes long, and it's just brilliant. And that's a song I probably wouldn't mind having at my funeral. It's just beautiful. That's my number one cover song. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm sure I'll be back sometime soon with another video. Take care all. Cheers.